Hi, hello and welcome back. Welcome to LEGO Harry Potter episode 25, 26, one of those for sure, but I don't know which one exactly. Still in the final year, in the middle of the siege of Hogwarts, which is being under siege by Voldemort, of course. Voldemort and his goons, all of the bad guys are here. We just destroyed another Horcrux in the last episode, Rowena Ravenclaw's lost diadem, and we saw that Voldemort kind of felt the destruction and became a bit more unstable, a bit stronger, a bit weaker, all of those things at once. Professor McGonagall is waiting for us here, so the mission will probably start here as well. Cutscene time? I presume it's gonna be cutscene time. Absolutely. This might be the one where she like activates the statues, you know, that would be cool. You can see the major bad guys are just chilling a bit before their grand assault. Alright, thank you for blocking the way behind us, Mr. Troll. And now we are in the middle of the siege of Hogwarts, in the middle of all the action of the battle. We can see all the dangers from the previous years coming back up. The trolls from year 1, right? Yeah. The spiders from year 2. The chain is stuck. The chain to lift the gate. So that's what we're working towards. We are in a mission. So first of all, there's gonna be some stud collecting that has to be done. See you in a bit. There we go. A nice big jar of water, which we will probably use to douse some of these flames on the left, giving us access to the Weasley box thing, which is going to be used to walk up on the wall. No hidden blue or purple coins behind here. I can see one up there, that's for sure. There might be one here as well. Yes, sir. And as we suspected, this is what we used to get up on the wall. I wonder where the staircase behind there leads to then. Maybe that's just where we come from and we don't really need to go back there, but that's fine. There's some dark magic objects. There's a silver object down here, isn't there? Yes, that's what I supposed. I knew there was gonna be a hidden blue coin right there. Well on our way to get to the true wizard if we keep discovering all of those little secrets. And as I have been saying in the past 20 episodes, well on our way to finish this series as well. Finishing the series for me is definitely gonna be just completing the story. I'm not gonna be a completionist about this at all. I just want to finish the story and I don't want to get 100% or anything like that, because in LEGO games, if you don't know, getting 100% just requires like a lot of replaying and a whole lot of grinding. You need to like replay every mission with a squad of characters that can get into small areas and that has a dark wizard and a goblin, just so that you can access all the little features that you're not normally able to access in the main story mode. Alright, thank you, Mr. Troll. Professor Slughorn's out there. I wonder if you guys are looking forward to the game being over or if you're gonna be missing it. There's pros and cons. The game being over means the end of LEGO Harry Potter and the end of a Harry Potter series on my channel for a while probably, or maybe forever, because I don't really know which other game I would play. It also means the end of LEGO games for a while on my channel probably. Might play LEGO Lord of the Rings later, but for now there's gonna be a break. Even though I do love the format, you know, some light-hearted retelling of my favorite stories and even playing them through myself. That's one of the greatest feats of gaming that they can achieve, that just a retelling of your favorite stories. Alright, so that troll up there is really slowing us down. Oh, Ron is just too scared of the spider to act, I think. But the pros of ending off a series is of course that a new series can take its place. And to be honest, who knows which new series is coming up. Possibilities are of course endless on YouTube. You can produce whatever type of content you want. Just earlier today, it's Friday right now, I uploaded a video about something that I was really doubtful about uploading, you know? I didn't think it was gonna be a good fit for my channel or for YouTube in general, because I don't think it's gonna be interesting to that many people. It was a big step for me to kind of tell myself, well, just try, you know? Just upload it and you can see if it doesn't work, that's not a big deal. At least you uploaded something. Because I do remember that a couple of months ago, it might even be a year ago already, when I started the Onkruid's weekly recap series for only one episode, so it was not so much a weekly recap as just a one-time thing, but I recorded a second episode of that as well, and I just talked about a lot of the same stuff which I already talked about in the previous episode, in episode 1, and in the end I decided to just not upload it at all. That was like 40 minutes of my time wasted. I even started editing already, I didn't completely finish it, but I realized that I just repeated myself way too often for it to be enjoyable, or for me to think it to be enjoyable. And I deleted the footage and I never did anything with that. But now that I'm more mature and kind of more into the YouTube story and what I want to do with my channel a bit, I realized that whatever content I want to upload, I should just upload and not hold back. Well, if videos perform worse than others, it doesn't really matter at all, does it? At least I still uploaded a video. And if I can cling on to that interpretation of what my channel is about, I can really upload whatever I want. And I think that's a healthy approach to things, because I shouldn't be worrying about what gets in the most numbers, because, well, if I would do that, I wouldn't be playing Lego Harry Potter, a game that nobody wants to watch in the first place. It's all about having fun. It's all about sharing my fun. And I think I'm doing a goddamn good job at that on this channel. I already have an idea in my head for another video that I want to create, which is gonna be in Diablo 3, which is a game that I have created another video on this channel already, back when I leveled my hardcore monk up to the final level. And the video idea is, spoiler alert, but I'm just gonna play the game on the max level, because I'm already max level on my character and I'm pretty well geared. Actually, I played quite a lot this season. I'll just play until I receive a primal item. If you're not familiar with Diablo, primal is like the rarest item you can get, and it's also the best type of item you can get, because all of the stats, the statistics on that item are maximized, but they are also extremely rare. First of all, you need to get a legendary or set item, which is not that rare. You get quite a lot of them at the highest level, that's for sure. But then it has to roll for it to be an ancient item, I believe, which is kind of a better version of a legendary or set item. And then in that ancient roll, it even has to be rolled into primal item again. So that's just a lot of factors that need to be aligned. I know that some people think that that's too many factors. I know that a lot of people complain that finding primals is just way too hard. It's way too rare, and therefore it's not a rewarding enough mechanic to be implemented in the game. But I think those people are pussies. Yeah, there you go, I said it. Some people just want to make games completely easy, and I don't think that's the right approach. There has to be some challenge, but it doesn't have to be overly complicated either, because that's not going to make for a fun playing experience. Definitely hard to find that balance though. I commend game designers who achieve that balance, for sure. The balance between difficulty or grinding, if you will, like Diablo or like Runescape, and just still having fun and being lighthearted and being easy to play. It's a hard balance to find. Runescape is a great example of that, because you have two different kinds of Runescape. You have the old school Runescape and you have the new school Runescape, which is called Runescape 3. I have been playing Runescape 3 lately a lot, and Runescape 3 is a lot easier for the player. It's a lot less grindy, and a lot more teleports are available for free, for example. Whereas in old school Runescape you're gonna have to run around a lot more, and that costs you a lot more time. And that has kind of been the source for a lot of disputes between the two communities, because one game is supposedly called Easyscape, the Runescape 3 one, the new one, while old school Runescape, that's for the diehards. But those diehards are just grinding themselves to that, you know, because you need to spend countless hours in old school RuneScape if you actually want to get somewhere with your account. And I must say that I like both games, but lately I've just been finding RuneScape 3 a bit more enjoyable because of schoolwork. I just don't have the time to put in the hours needed to progress an old school RuneScape account. Alright, seems like we need to use Harry's invisibility cloak over here. It's been a while since we've had to employ that mechanic. First of all, save the student in peril right here though. Awesome. Dropping a lot of coins that flooped straight out of his ass, I believe, because I don't know where he would be keeping all that gold and silver, but that's fine. I don't judge people for putting stuff up their ass. I do it myself all the time. Pencils, dogs, small children, gnomes that you put in the garden, you know? You just have to widen that space up a little bit down there. It requires a lot of training though, putting stuff inside your ass. And I'm doing it all to make room for Uncle Jerry, of course. When the next family dinner is coming out. What the hell am I talking about? I have been watching a lot of other content as always on YouTube though lately, and I did realize that, well, the reason that most people are so funny and that I enjoy watching them so much is because they have no filter, or they turn their filter off to create their content, you know? They just say whatever they think about. And I think that in real life I am definitely like that as well, and that makes me quite a well-liked, funny individual in most contexts. But I feel like in YouTube, when I'm recording, I hold back most of the time because I think, like, what if kids are watching my audience, but are watching my content? But I mean, not that I mind kids being my main audience. I love kids. I don't love kids. But what I'm trying to get at is, like, I should make the content the way I want to make it. And wow, that purple coin did a lot. And the way that I really am in real life, you know. So there shouldn't be too much of censoring or filtering going on in what I want to say. And I should make offensive jokes like the one I just made. That might have been a bit too far already, but I am just trying to get more into the style of content that I want to create. And I feel like there has been a certain shyness the past couple of years, because I thought things like, is that even allowed on YouTube, you know, the things that I actually want to say sometimes. But I'm gonna start worrying less about that and just say what I want to say. And I hope you guys can enjoy that. And if you have any problems with that, you can contact my secretary. He handles all complaints for me, and the email address is actually thesenuts@gmail.com. I feel like with TikTok and stuff being around, nice dance moves. With TikTok being around, I feel like children get accustomed to very offensive shit at a very young age either way. Especially curse words. I know that when I was younger it was kind of like this insane thing to hear a curse word and somebody was saying it and you were like, oh no, you can't do that. But I think right now it's just, there's no saving the children from that anymore, you know. So why not do the same with regular offensive content? Just offensive jokes that are not really jokes some of the time, but hit a bit too close to home for some of us. I do have to make it clear that I had an amazing youth, and I have an amazing family that is supportive of me in any way, shape or form that they can, and I never had to encounter things like an uncle that molested me, or any family member for that matter. Luckily enough, because early trauma like that can really mess you up is what I would like to say. It's one of the main factors that cause borderline personality disorders to develop. Young sexual trauma. Again, they're showing like the dynamics, the deep character developments and flaws in these characters. They're showing it so childishly and so easily to understand. The very basic concept of this scene is that, well, Voldemort hates Lucius anyway, so he's kind of irritated with Lucius all the time. But Snape has something that Voldemort actually wants. And what's the easiest solution for a bad guy like Voldemort? Well, just get rid of Snape, even though he has been supporting you all these years. In the movie, this is of course one of the most insane scenes, especially the one that follows with Snape's flashback, man. You can look up, I'll provide the link in the description, but there's this YouTube video of theater reactions when they show Snape's memories, and it's just beautiful. I still remember seeing that in theaters as well, Snape's memory, and at the time I was still too young to understand like the gravity of the situation of what I just witnessed, like all these years. I'm not gonna spoil it, because we're probably gonna see it in the next episode, but it's even when I was too young to realize what was exactly going on, I realized a bit of the severity of the situation already. And I realized like, damn, this is a big reveal. This really changes up the entire story. And it makes you rewatch the movies in an entirely different light as well. I've probably said it multiple times and I'm gonna say it again. I think Snape is one of the best fictional characters out there. Alan Rickman has beautifully portrayed that role. He has really been immortalized in that character, that's for sure. If you think about Snape, you think about Alan Rickman and vice versa. There's no coming out of that. There's no avoiding that, is a better expression. Right now we are just trying to make our way over to Snape. Not sure what we're supposed to do. I believe we have to cast Wingardium Leviosa, but I can't really seem to reach the pieces. Or can we just jump in the water? Oh, we can. All of a sudden we can swim. That was not the case earlier. Have we ever encountered water? I guess in the water level. There have been 2 water levels, even if I remember correctly. One where Ron gets the Sword of Gryffindor out of the water, and one where Harry in the Goblet of Fire has to of course save his friends. Let's check out this memory, huh? Such a pivotal moment in the entire story. Barrel. No. Snape requiring a barrel, not really the pivotal moment I was aiming at, but it's probably gonna be for the next episode either way. I did see that there was a light up here, right? I saw wrongly? Or I was mistaken, is the correct way to say that. Working on my English as always. Continuous process, not that easy, but I keep trying. Yesterday I met someone new in a friend's Discord, and that friend is mutual friends with another YouTuber friend of mine who we most of the time laugh at a bit because his English is not that great. And the new person I met apparently has heard of that person without a great English as well. And he asked like, oh, are you that guy? And that really was a punch in my face because I thought that my English was a bit better than that, especially my accent and pronunciation. As always, it still requires a lot of work, but I do feel like I have a bit better understanding of the language than that other YouTuber guy we know. So that really hurt my feelings. It didn't really hurt my feelings, but for comedic effect, that's what I tell you guys, because I am a pathological liar and I never tell you the truth at all. Isn't that nice? I'm not obliged to tell you the truth either way. You wouldn't know if I was telling the truth or not. In most cases, I think you would, because I don't think I'm that good of a liar, really. I value people telling the truth a lot, so I do it myself, or try to do it myself all of the time if it's possible. And we have found the barrel that is needed for Mr. Snape to puke in. I don't know why he needs a barrel. Oh, to extract the memory into a barrel for some reason. Guantanamo looking ass. Oh, Hermione used an onion to get him to cry. And now his memory is in there. This was handled a bit better in the real story, where the memory is just contained in one single teardrop, captured in a vial. That's beautiful. Beautiful way of representing memories, I believe. Voldemort asking his forces to retreat. And the level being complete. True Wizard achieved, of course. Made a nice amount of money. We even saved a student in peril, did not get a golden brick. Continue the story, maybe with a cutscene which we will include right here. There we are. And this is gonna be the start of the memory for sure. Immediately in the station. That's not really how the story goes normally. But this is how the story goes. Snape was in fact in love with Harry's mother, but James, Harry's father, took her away. And then Snape is loyal to Voldemort. Lily dies. Snape is loyal to Dumbledore after all. A lot of plot points being revealed right there. A whole lot of plot points. Dumbledore being unsavable. And Dumbledore asking Snape, you have to be the one to kill me that night. So Snape was the good guy all along. Harry has to die because a part of Voldemort lives on in Harry. And Snape doesn't want that because he loves Lily so much that he has grown to care for Harry, her son as well. I can't imagine the frustration Harry feels right now. All these years he's been suspecting Snape of the worst, and in the end Snape was the best character in the whole series, you know. A lot deeper than Harry himself, and just truly, like, amazingly written. The developments he made, the range in his character, and just the unwavering love that he portrays in his support of Lily through all these years. All these years? Always. Oh man, gives me chills. Alright. We'll see more of how this story unfolds in the next one. I hope you will stick with me right up until the end. Bye bye.